silly little girl, she had been afraid he would be angry when she told him her Aunt Kate wanted her to spend her 2-week vacation house-sitting while Kate went off on some jaunt or other. He had agreed to forego their planned trip with such magnanimity that Ellie had flung her arms around him and kissed him enthusiastically. They were on their way now to Kate's mansion in Virginia. Henry had offered to come along and on his way back drive Kate to catch her plane at Dulles. As he had explained to Ellie, he wanted to meet the dear old lady. Wasn't he about to become a member of the family? Henry had no doubt of his ability to charm the dear old lady. Old ladies loved him. They liked his short hair and honest, candid look, and his championing of the good old-fashioned virtues, and yet the faintest of frowns creased his high, tanned brow, a little too high. Henry would be bald as well as wealthy in 20 years. As he remembered the letter Kate had written her niece, he amended his description. Dear old eccentric lady. It had been a rather peculiar letter, and he had taken exception to the postscript when Ellie read it to him. P.S. Are you sleeping together? I need to know because of the sheets. What does she mean, sheets? Henry demanded. Oh, you know, she doesn't want to put clean sheets on 2 beds unless it's necessary. How peculiar. I think it's funny, Ellie said defensively. Certainly, Henry smiled, but for a woman of her generation to speak so casually of— It does go on, you know, Ellie said seriously. Said Henry. Remembering this letter, Henry's frown deepened. It might behoove him to learn a little more about Aunt Kate. Eccentric old ladies had to be handled with care. Darling, he said. No, don't look at me, sweetheart. How many times have I told you must never take your eyes off the road? A simple yes will suffice. Yes, said Ellie. Your aunt. Is there anything I ought to know about her, any little foibles or prejudices I should consider? Perhaps we might stop along the way and get some flowers for her. She has masses of flowers, Ellie said. She's an enthusiastic gardener. Ah, Henry said. This hobby was quite in keeping with his idea of sweet little old ladies. Anyhow, Ellie went on, I bought her a present. It's from both of us. That old book? I don't know, Ellie. She collects old books, among other things. Ellie was silent, but Henry did not speak, recognizing the silence as one of concentration. Finally, Ellie said, I don't know how to describe her. She's rather, eccentric, Henry suggested. Oh, yes, she's damned eccentric. There are a few things you might avoid. She's somewhat opinionated on certain subjects. Politics, Henry suggested. I don't know what her political opinions are. I mean, they change a lot. She voted for Wallace once. George. Henry. And she campaigned for Shirley Chisholm. Liberal, said Henry. Women's lib. I wish you wouldn't do that, Ellie said. Do what? Label people. Darling, I'm not. I'm simply trying to sort her out. I shall be careful not to criticize Shirley Chisholm or Gloria Steinem. What else? Well, I told you about the cats. I can't believe it, Henry said with genuine feeling. How many does she have? It varies, between 10 and 20 most of the time. And the last time I heard from her she had 4 dogs, plus the raccoon and the Siamese rabbits and the chickens, the ones that look like Ringo Starr. Look like... Ellie chuckled. She had a delightful laugh, low and throaty and infectious. You know, hair over their eyes and long, thin beaks. And she had a lot of hamsters, but I think they got away, and a rat. Never mind, Henry said resignedly. She's an animal lover. Fine, that gives me considerable insight. What about religion? Oh, Henry, she isn't like that. I mean, religion, politics, and things. I don't understand. You don't have to avoid whole categories like religion or politics. She gets excited about specific things and people, like Lorenzo the Magnificent. Is she for or against him? Henry asked wittily. For, definitely for. She thinks he's great. Henry considered asking who Lorenzo the Magnificent was, but that would have been admitting ignorance. It was not really necessary that he know the man's identity, some Italian or other, obviously. All right, he said. No rude remarks about Lorenzo the Magnificent. I doubt that the subject will come up, dearest.